Mr. Rossi, as Market Intelligence Manager in Bunge South America and as a speaker of the Paris Grand Day, we wanted to discuss with you regarding soybeans in Argentina. So we are now witnessing some retention regarding soybeans by Argentinian farmers. How do you feel about the sales strategy of Argentinian soybean farmers? What are the elements that could motivate them to sell their soybean crops? And what are their storage capacities?
Well, I think this is a key point for international market because Argentina has a big position in the world soybean market, not mainly as a beans exporter, but mainly with soybean meal and soybean oil shipments. And pattern of farmer selling is quite unpredictable in some cases, and it's it's driven by the big uncertainties that we usually have in the country with exchange rate swings, political cycles, and macroeconomic instability. I would say that in 2016 there was a change when government stopped intervention in wheat and corn markets, and before that soybean was the main crop in Argentina, and the farmers had to sell it very quickly, very well in advance in some cases, or at the very beginning of the marketing season, because they had to cover production costs and the margins were very tight. But then starting in 2016, when the export taxes were lowered and the wheat and corn market were free, now we see like a more steady pattern of farm selling during the year because the margins are better, the producer is in a better financial situation, and they can choose the grain they want to sell at each moment, depending on relative prices and profitability and so on. So I would say that it depends on the economy and the situation of the market. For Argentinian farmers, they really like to store soybeans because they have a high value per metric ton. They are easy to store. The soybean in Argentina have a transparent market. They have a transparent price the full season, and there's a lot of capacity to store it inland. So they prefer to store and have a steady pattern, a steady pace of farm selling during the year. And I would say that in last couple of marketing seasons, we see like a steady flow during the year and not an aggressive pattern of sales at the very beginning.
Okay, thank you a lot for this insight, and we'll be very happy to see you at the Paris Grand Day on the 27th and 28th of January.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.